Hello,
everybody.
everybody. Hi, everybody that's out there. We are going live today with ProCare Health as our sponsor, and our topic is tips for hair loss after weight loss surgery. But honestly, this topic can be used for so many other people. People who have surgery have hair loss, or people who are going through different medical conditions. Maybe they have some hair loss, or maybe just the whole process of aging. Sometimes we have hair loss. So it's a great topic, and we have all kinds of wonderful things. We're going to be talking about common reasons that hair loss can occur, how to prevent that, and then we have some awesome different products and styles and ways to deal with in the now, like right now, fixing something so that you feel more confident.
hmm
Um, and Brittany, go ahead and introduce yourself. I'll let
Hi,
you.
everybody. Sorry I was quiet. I was just making sure we were live on Facebook. It looks like we are, so everything's going well so far. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Brittany Patterson. I do a few different things actually with ProCare Health. Been with them for a little over a year now. Brenda and you know what, Brenda? I think that last week would have been the anniversary of our first live event, so we missed it a little bit with all the excitement. But yeah, we've been doing these live events for over a year, guys. Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty cool.
Um,
So we probably likely now have over 50 events that we have on
Probably.
replay.
Mm-hmm. And then we also do support groups too that are virtual, kind of like what we're doing here today. They're usually the third Thursday of every month. In case, well, I say usually because we're gonna be traveling a lot more now, and uh, we're both getting a little busier, which is good. But we try and keep them the same time every month. And congrats and thank you for all you do. You're welcome, GC. We love it.
Oh, thank you.
And we're not
Thank you for
stopping
joining
anytime
us.
soon. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I also am an account rep with ProCare Health. I also do some of the marketing stuff. So all kinds of hats are being worn over here. But I'm just really excited to be sitting down. And I also want to say thank you to Amy Posadas for having us at your gym for the past 3 sessions. It was a lot of fun. And if you guys missed that, there's some really good pointers on there. Part 2 was my personal favorite because she shared some at home exercises that you can do that are low impact, or if you're a little bit further out post weight loss surgery, there's some other things that are a little bit more intense. It's a speed for everybody. So, hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda. And
Hi,
Kathy. It looks like Kathy is
Kathy.
joining us. And Aaron, of
Yeah.
course, Aaron, our colleague from ProCare, is on here with us too. So Aaron says hi as well. Um, that's great. Hair, this topic here kind of hits home with me personally, as Brittany knows, and I really haven't shared with many people because it's really kind of a personal topic. For me, right. So for those of you who don't know me, a lot of you are repeaters who've been here with us before. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm a nurse. I worked for a bariatric surgery program for about 7 or 8 years, and through that, I met ProCare, and our office sold their products out of our office, and that's how I became kind of colleagues and friends of this group. And just really their ideas kind of resonated with me, and the energy of everything, just a wonderful group of people to be around. But I also had weight loss surgery. I had weight loss surgery back in 2013, and since that period of time, I have had 3 phases of my life where I've had major losses of hair. One of them was right after weight loss surgery. My hair pretty much grew back like to its normal within a year after surgery. It was growing back, and it was back to being full. I mean, I've always had like this huge. It's almost my beautician had told me before. She's like, "You have more hair than anybody I've ever seen." Like right now, you guys can't really tell, but I have like literally this year. So the second phase was after I went through a phase of pneumonia a couple years ago, and I had went through the same thing. My hair all grew back, and then this third phase this year, I had uh, Well, I had two deaths in my family, my father and my father-in-law, and then I had COVID, and I don't know if it was the stress of all of that or the hormones, but like I went through some hair loss. Like you guys can probably see, like there is all these like little tiny pieces of hair growing back. Like I have major frizz going on because I had so much regrowth coming in. But it's hard for me because I'm used to having so much more. But we're going to do some little things like some easy fixes because I that's what I was like looking for to feel a little more confident. So, anyways, that's about me, and we're gonna just kind of jump in on this topic. And it looks like Janine's joining us, and Tara. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
And for those of you who are joining us on Facebook, feel free to jump in and say hello. So we're streaming live on two platforms. We will post our link for our Crowdcast on our Facebook page, just so that you guys have access to that. Because if you are a follower of us on Crowdcast, you get notifications whenever these things before they go live, like 10 minutes before they go live. So, and it will just a nice little reminder if you're interested in these kind of topics. Love to have you as part of our crew. Um, so I'm going to kind of get started. I guess the very first thing, and I'm going to pull up, we have a little ask a question feature on Crowdcast. The first question here we have is what are some of the most common causes for weight loss? I'm sorry, for hair loss after weight loss surgery. And so we're going to start answering that question. And when we answer these questions on Crowdcast, when we start by clicking on that answer. These will be timestamped. So when you come back for the replay, they'll be available and you can go right to the areas that you're most interested in. So if you can't stay for the whole topic, come back and watch the replay. Right, Brittany?
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so hair loss associated with weight loss has to do with the normal hair growth cycle. And so it can start very abruptly, but seldom lasts longer than 6 months. Okay. I know a lot of people who have weight loss surgery kind of start freaking out when they see like this ton of hair. I know for me, it was almost like I would brush my hair and my whole brush would be full and I'd empty it out. And then I brush my hair again, and it would be emptied out. I mean, it was like scary because you think, oh my God. Most people, it's temporary though. And my sister, who is a beautician, I was hoping I could get her on this call, but she wasn't available today. She has told me that many people go through different things like this, not just after weight loss surgery. She
Mm-hmm.
said that a lot of times what will happen is you'll have some kind of event, whether it be being sick, having surgery, change in hormones, something happens. And we're going to talk about some of those things first. Something happens, and you don't see an immediate change in your hair, but over the next 3 months, you start noticing it. And then it kind of spikes at around 3 to 6 months. It's when you notice the major part of the hair loss. And then about at a year is when you start noticing a lot of regrowth. And by regrowth, what I mean is like these little tiny pieces that are just kind of like starting to squirt in there.
Baby hairs.
Baby hairs. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
makes it like be so unmanageable because it's like there's nothing you can really do for it except for put clips in or whatever to hold your hair back because it's
I
shorter
have
than the
them
rest.
too.
Do you? I mean, have you ever experienced anything with hair loss? Because Brittany has beautiful hair. Like, look at this hair. It's so long.
Um, Stress, low vitamin D levels also contribute to hair loss. Yes, I would. That's one of the biggest things that I would say to Janine is that stress is, and it's kind of a cycle if you think about it, because so you're losing your hair because you're already stressed out about something, whether it be surgery and illness or just something that you're going through. But then you start freaking out because your hair is falling out, and then it just feeds into this cycle. So um, it's just nice to know though that there is a natural hair cycle and your hair will grow back. So I lost a ton of hair actually whenever I lost my grandma. So for those of you who may not know, I was really close with her, and she was kind of my first big loss that I had in my life. And she passed away from stage 4 lung and liver cancer, and that was last year in May. So last May 2020. And my hair was just falling out everywhere, you guys. And it's, no one tells you how scary it is. I mean, I was just laughing because I was thinking about how scary and how uncomfortable I felt, because there's not a whole lot that you can do, or at least you feel like you can do. And then I will say that I tend to, whenever I'm in a darker place emotionally or mentally, I tend to eat a lot worse and make some poor decisions as far as nutrition goes. And I think that that was a very big part of it too, is eating a lot of fast food, fried food. I was trying to find comfort, basically. And I think that that definitely did not help with my with my stress and my hair loss, because not only was I losing hair, but I was also gaining weight too. And then the last thing you want to do is get outside and exercise or go anywhere really whenever you're that upset about something. And I think, Brenda, that's probably how you felt a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd never, I mean, I've lost family members before, but like having both of those at the same time and then also being so sick with COVID this last year, it was just, I guess it was a
It,
lot that I didn't realize. I thought I was handling it well, but apparently my body wasn't able to keep up for some reason, that stress of all that.
and sometimes I think that's our body's way of saying, "Hey, you need to slow down and take care of yourself. You're not you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know?" Cuz
And
it's so easy to, like, just have this mentality of pick up the pieces, keep going, keep moving, life is certainly busy and it keeps moving. No, it doesn't stop for anybody, right? It keeps going.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you also have to take care of yourself. So,
um, so really,
GC
yeah, go ahead and tell. It
said,
looks like we have several comments.
recent systematic review and meta-analysis in obesity surgery journal conclusion. Hair loss is common after MBS, especially in younger women and those with low serum levels of zinc, folic acid, and ferritin. Well, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. And
You guys are
Janine
right on,
said,
Janine.
what'd you say?
No, go ahead. Read Janine's. It was kind
Um,
of
my
supportive.
big loss was also my grandma. She helped me raise me hugs. My grandma helped raise me a little bit too. Miss her every day, but I know she's here with me.
Yeah. You guys are on point. Like these are the things that we when we were researching this topic, um, GC and Janine and Brittany, what you said. So we have stress of the body, okay, from the surgery and from just a huge life transition. Vitamin mineral deficiencies. The ones that GC mentioned with zinc, folic acid, ferritin. I also think B6, B12 can also some fatty acids can have a big place in that. Um, the change in diet you mentioned, Brittany, is can be big. For people who are having weight loss surgery, a lot of times it's just simply not being able to get in as much food. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's the protein, because the hair follicles are made mostly of protein. So a lack in
protein, yeah.
protein can make a difference with hair loss. Um, looking to see if there's any other comments. We also have down at hormonal changes, and I think a lot of times women will go through, and men, a lot of hormonal changes, including the thyroid. I know my sister-in-law has my sister and her sister-in-law had thyroid problems and had lost a lot of hair from a
Mm-hmm.
thyroid issue. And she actually is wearing a wig now. She's around my age. And it's just, so you never know effects from anesthesia. So some limited research shows that anesthesia can slow down cell division. And I've noticed, like I remember too, before bariatric surgery, whenever I had my children, I had C-sections from both and had anesthesia. And I know I had some hair issues right after each of those deliveries as well. So for some reason, medications post-surgery can affect that.
Yeah.
Literally, there's so many different kinds of drugs that can affect the hair follicles, and there's so many different medicines that we use around the time of surgery. It looks like we also have some other. Oh, it looks like Janine's joining us on Facebook as well. So she's on both forums. She's on her Facebook and
Yes!
um, thank you, Janine. Um, so
Tara
those are
said something
all
too. Did
things.
you see that?
Yeah. Go ahead and read it. Yeah, go ahead.
She said, "I'm taking this all in. I will be having bariatric surgery in the next couple months." Well, Tara, we are here for you for anything. Um, if you have any questions at all, I mean, Brenda's been through it, so she is an amazing resource, and she used to be a coordinator. I don't think maybe she said that already. She's a life coach too, so she does it all, and she's just a wonderful person to talk to. Sorry, guys, my it's very windy here today, so I'm getting a lot of light movement. I was going to say something else, but Tara, don't let us scare you with all the talk of hair
Yeah.
loss, because it's a very normal thing, and it sounds like mostly everyone they gain their hair back. I mean, Brenda, you said you lost your hair. How long did it take for you to feel like it was pretty much back to normal?
It's so temporary. And two, I want to say not everybody experiences this. There's some
Right.
people who had no problems with hair loss. So, don't think that that's going to be your experience. It may not be. You may not have any issues related to that. But my hair grows about an inch every 2 months, an inch, if not even a little more. And I think that's pretty normal for most people. So, depending on your hairstyle and depending on your hair length, if you have really long hair, for it to grow all the way down to that, it might take just a little longer. But I mean, really and truly, at about a year, I mean, I was the major changes that I started noticing were about 3 months in from when all of my symptoms started. And I'm probably at about 6 months now, and I'm noticing, like I said, all the regrowth. So by a year, it'll probably be, I mean, I'll probably have at least 6 inches of hair growth at a
Mm-hmm.
year, which depending on how I style my hair, it'd probably be okay. But I do have pretty long hair, so um, it may take mine a little longer to catch up, just because it's longer than the normal, I guess. Not as long as Brittany's. Brittany, how long have you been growing yours out? Have you always had long hair?
Um, I go through phases where I get tired of taking care of it because I have really thick hair. Um, like this is probably not even half of my hair right here. Um, and like I said, it's even thinner than what it normally is because I lost so much of it last year, and I can tell that I did because if you look, let me see if I can find a piece. There's like shorter pieces in here. Kind of see that there, how it's thicker up here. That's from losing my hair a year ago, from the loss of my grandma. So, but it's I don't know. I go through phases, so I get like tired of it, and then I'll chop it off to like about here. So the last time I did that was 2020 February 2020. So about a year and a half, it's grown this much. So it grows pretty fast, I think.
Yeah. It's quite a bit. And two, there's other people on this call. I know GC, she is with a facility. And if you want to share anything else regarding your experience with patients, or if you
Yeah.
are a patient, if you are a patient and you're on our call and you've had experienced hair loss, let us know and let us know what your experience has been. If you have any pointers. The next thing we're going to be talking about as we kind of transition is tips to prevent hair loss. So you're also welcome to add that. Most want to know prevention. And I think, Gary, that's key. So let's kind of go on to that next. How does that sound with everybody? And
Yeah.
Brittany and I kind of put our heads together, and we have 7 different things that we're going to talk about as far as prevention. Of course, our sponsor is vitamins. So, I feel like that is something that we can mention here. Vitamins, start your vitamins as soon as possible after weight loss surgery. So, kind of, and sometimes even before, some patients will do that before just to kind of preload your body with the essential nutrients that that
Mm-hmm.
can help you from having a deficiency.
Well, you
We
might
have
already be deficient and not know it too.
Yeah, if you take a bariatric multivitamin, most bariatric multivitamins follow the ASMBS guidelines, which kind of recommend a specific amount of vitamins for you. Here's our ProCare brand, and that is 40. This one has 45 milligrams of iron, but you can get them with 18 or zero, depending on your thing. And these are one a day. And they have zinc in them, they have folate, they have B1, they have B12, they have B6. Um, so they have a lot of the things that would help with
Mm-hmm.
stimulating hair growth or preventing you from having a deficiency, which might cause. And a B12 complex sometimes. B12, you can actually, if you're not absorbing through your daily multivitamin, a sublingual formula can sometimes be helpful. It's just like
That's what
take
you
this,
use,
put it in
isn't
your
it, Brenda?
tongue. Yeah, I don't really had never had a problem with B12 deficiency, but I've been taking it recently to help with the hair issue. So, been kind of, and vitamin D. Did she mention vitamin D in there? No, but vitamin D I know is really good for the immunity stuff. So your calcium products will, if you're taking your multivitamin, should also be taking calcium along with that, and that has vitamin D alongside that. These are all ProCare products, and we'll share the link after a
Uh,
while here.
Kelly
Or it's
commented on Facebook real quick too. It says 2 years post-op on RNY, regrowth is frizzy and coarse. So we'll have a couple products for you, Kelly, to help with the frizziness. At least because so this is not what my natural hair looks like. My natural hair is very frizzy, very coarse, very thick, very curly. So we will have some products for you to show you how to combat all of that stuff. And Brenda, your hair is really it's usually very coarse and curly too. I think you and I have pretty
yes.
similar hair types.
I feel like yours is probably. Do you have curl in yours most of the time? Because a lot of times you'll wear it straight.
It's I straighten it. My natural hair is it's very very big. Like like up
Yeah,
here out here big. But
that's what
I
mine
also
looks like.
have Native American hair, so I'm very lucky.
That's where the darkness comes in, a pretty dark color.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing here we have listed is protein. So protein, protein, protein. It's the building blocks of your cells in your body. And
Mm-hmm.
so depending on what kind of diet that you're on post bariatric surgery, you're going to be going through phases, obviously. So, but focusing even whenever you're on your clear liquids, a lot of programs will, even recommend you to do protein shakes during that period. You can there are clear protein shakes, but some programs, I know our program that we work for, we even with the clear liquids, we would still have patients on protein shake supplements for a period of time. And basically, what it does is it can just help supplement that extra protein until you get onto a regular diet. And even now, since I'm on a regular diet, I mean, I am 2013. That's a lot of years out. But I still supplement my diet sometimes with protein shakes. Yesterday, I made one and I put in, instead of putting in protein powder, though, I just put in Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, bananas. It's kind of a strange mixture and a little bit of PB2. But it ended up having like the Greek yogurt had 15 and the cottage cheese had, I don't know, 15. So I had 30 grams of protein and like literally it was only about a 8-ounce cup. I mean, it was a pretty small cup. So that's pretty good. I didn't put a whole lot of milk, just a little bit of milk. So protein is a great way to make sure you're getting good quality in. And if you're not sure, Brittany, I think you were going to talk here too a little bit about. I know we talked about protein before in a previous live.
Yeah,
Do you want me to pull that up while you're looking at
sure.
talking about that?
Yeah, sorry, my computer was being really slow earlier, and I didn't want to mess up the live, so I X'd out of everything, including our notes. But that's okay. I'll pull it up real quick. Um,
I found it, Brittany. I'll share it
oh,
on
okay.
both. I can do that.
While you're pulling that up, Rhonda said almost all of my hair came out in 2013 after a colon rupture. I was very, very sick. It has never grown back to it pre-rupture state. It's thicker now than it's been in a while. I take all my vitamins. I had bariatric surgery in 2017 and didn't really notice that much of a change. Do not regret bariatric surgery. I would do it all over again. I do need to improve my protein intake. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
you know what's funny is that even people who have had complications or who have had setbacks such as hair loss, most of them say that they would do it all over again. I mean, Brenda, how do you feel about that since you had surgery
Oh,
too?
100%. Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
worth it. Um, it's hard because you go through so many different things emotionally and physically, but I mean, who
and it's a
else
long
wouldn't
road
agree?
too.
It is, and it looks like Janine's commenting too. She said, and Tina Tina Stevens says, hello. Hello, Tina. Janine says, my hair is extremely thick and coarse and curly. I started keratin treatments, and that has given me great results to help the breakage and calm down that frizziness. Ooh, I'll have to check into that. Sounds like a great thing. I'm going to comment here on our Facebook page about the protein power. What's the best protein supplement? So it was one of our past lives. You can open that up, like click on it and open it in a separate link so that you can later go in and register
Mm-hmm.
for that if you decide something you're interested in. And I'm going to share our sponsor here so that if anybody's interested in checking out vitamins to help, make sure you're getting your correct amounts of vitamins in. Um, so you're going to hear me type in here just for a second. I got that. The other thing is it's really just an extra biotin. So biotin is a product that actually ProCare has too, but I don't have it here with me. But what that can do is basically helps to strengthen the hair follicles. It does not really cause you to necessarily, it doesn't make your hair grow necessarily faster, but what it does is it strengthens the follicles and helps smooth them out. And it helps your hair, allows your hair to be stronger so that it continues to grow and it doesn't break off. The adequate intake is 30 to 100 micrograms per day. Now, whenever I worked in the weight loss surgery clinic, it was probably one of the most common things people ask about is how much biotin and, you
Mm-hmm.
know, all of that. Some people will take 5,000, some people will take 10,000. Our bariatric dietitians researched it and they didn't think that you really could necessarily overdose on it. But adequate amounts would be anywhere from 30 to 100 micrograms. And our ProCare formula does have biotin in it. I think it's 600 micrograms. So it does have quite a significant amount in the actual multivitamin. And you wouldn't have to necessarily take extra, but again, I know sometimes people just want that extra benefit of it's kind of like a prevention thing just to kind of give you extra boost.
And
um,
it's also in the chewable too. I wanted to say that. I had it right here. I had some samples here actually.
oh, perfect. Um, Thanks for doing that, Brittany. And also just, one of the biggest things I think we can do anytime that we've been through something pretty major, whether it be surgery or some type of huge life stressor, a medical condition, is just resting your body. Um, the body physically weakens, a little after surgery, and it just takes a little bit because your body's
Mm-hmm.
focused on the healing process, and those cells are regenerating and regrowing, and resting can really just put your body in a state where it can heal more quickly. I know you have
Yeah.
some things to say about this too, Brittany.
Just it's kind of like what I was saying earlier at the beginning of this live. It can be so hard sometimes to not stress out and take care of yourself, right? Um, Especially when you're seeing weight loss results, but then you're also losing your hair at the same time. It can be really challenging. Um, but just try your best to stay calm and just have find peace in knowing that as long as you're staying on top of your vitamins, your blood work, of course you're staying in touch with your doctor or surgeon or your facility so they can monitor any deficiencies. The hair loss that you are experiencing it's not going to be permanent, and it likely will stop, like we said, after 6 months, and you'll start seeing that new regrowth. um, and I think that's basically it. Oh,
And
and
I mean, I have
I did want to say real quick that if you're having issues with sleep and you're concerned that that might be stressing you out too, then it might be a good idea to do a sleep study or see another doctor about that, because actually Amy Posadas, the physical trainer and or I'm sorry, physical therapist and personal trainer that we had our lives with, she always said, one of the first things she said to us, right, Brenda, was sleep. How well are you
mhm.
sleeping? And it's because your body heals itself while you're sleeping, and cells regenerate. And so, I mean, it's fair to assume that that would be when your hair is growing back too and repairing. So, uh,
Mhm.
I think just sleep is super important, and that kind of falls into the category of taking care of yourself and your staying relaxed and calm. But what were you going to say, Brenda?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there was a couple other things too that I was going to mention, but while we were on that topic, it was great that you just went ahead and followed through. It looks like GC said patients will report seeing hair in sink or drain or in a brush at the point of the first year of their weight loss journey, but most of all, regrowth returns. Thoughts on coloring or treatments on your hair during hair loss phase? Um, the only thing I would say is just kind of what was repeated with my sister, who, like I said, is a beautician because I come to her for hair advice all the time. And I think color itself would probably be okay because what it does is she's
Mm-hmm.
told me it kind of helps close the hair follicles and it
Mm-hmm.
helps smooth out the hair so that you don't have as much of the frizziness. But if
And
you're
the
lightening
breakage
your
probably
hair,
too.
yeah, yeah. I always feel like my hair after I have my hair colored because I always do the regrowth and then I get sometimes other things like highlights and things like that. But if you're going for a lighter color, like that's like the same color as your hair or darker. But if you're going for a lightening, like something that's lightening your hair, uh, that can sometimes be a little bit more damaging to your hair depending on how light you go. I know I had during this hair loss issue this year, I had some highlights put on in and it really accelerated the process. I'm like, I cannot do that anymore until my hair grows back. It really took a toll on it. Like lightening it because it's like a bleach, it can really. Do you have any comments regarding that?
I was gonna have the exact same answer. I think that coloring your hair is fine if you're someone who gets your hair done monthly or every other month or whatever. I think coloring is fine. However, I will say that I would probably, if your hair is already thinning and breaking, because like Janine said, it's not always just the thinning of it; it's actually your hair snapping off and breaking. So if you're experiencing that, I would definitely not do any bleaching. Don't do that at all. Stay away from that. And actually, part of the reason why my hair is so long is because I'm very conscious about what products I use too. And that's even from shampooing, conditioning, to masks, to hairspray, to everything. Products that have sulfates and parabens in them it's really not good for your hair. It actually can promote hair breakage even more. And if you already have damaged hair, then all you're doing is adding more harm than good. So I would definitely look for a product that says free from sulfates. It's probably backwards, but you get what I'm saying. And parabens, because that is going to be a lot better for your hair than and really, I know some people will probably argue that they can't afford products, but there are cheaper products out there. I think Garnier, Pantene, I mean, all of those products that you can get anywhere, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, wherever, CVS, all of those have at least one formula that does not have parabens or sulfate in them too. So I wanted to say that as well.
That's good to know. Yeah, because you don't always have to buy the salon,
No.
all of those. Janine says too, biotin can throw off B12 levels. I was advised to stop extra biotin 2 weeks before labs. My B12 had came back really high, and that's how the discovery of
Hmm.
biotin began. I've
That's
never heard that
interesting.
before.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for sharing.
And then it looks like GC said something interesting to note is the change in your face shape with weight loss and considering hairstyles complement your natural face shape. A good hairstylist knows haircut to recommend face shapes. Oh, that's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really true. And also,
Hmm.
I know I heard in the past that sometimes after you've lost a lot of weight, that's not very uncommon for people to want a makeover anyway. So why not change up your whole look? It's fun. And you know what? It's hair. If you don't like it, it's gonna grow back.
Yes. Or you can buy a wig or one of my little things that I found that I really love here is my hat.
My
I'm gonna
hat.
just put it on, you know, kind of like that grungy little look. You can just ah, got a ponytail. You can put it through that little pop it. I got my hair up in an up bun, so I can't really. You could
Sorry, it's
kind
so
of.
bright.
It's not gonna work, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, but then you have the hat hair, so then you got to worry about that afterwards. So just saying. I had to bring the hat in because that's one of some of my friends, they're always talking about it's a hat day,
Mm-hmm.
going in the hat. I got to comb my hair back here a little bit after the hat. One other thing that I want to mention real quickly, because Brittany has some things on hair mask that she's going to talk about, but one thing I want to talk about, I have actually two, Brittany, I want to mention before you talk about that. One
Sure.
of them is one thing we used to recommend to our weight loss surgery patients, and that was Sally's Nutriox. Sally's, the hair salons, Sally's. I'm going to just share my screen for just a short second. I looked it up here because it's been a little while since I've shared that. I used that when, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Is it on the
Yes.
Nutriox?
Yeah. On
I'll
Sally
kind of
Beauty.
copy this link, and we have no affiliation with any of these links.
Or any of
Um,
the products that we're going to be
or
sharing.
any of the
We're
products
not
here except
sponsored.
for ProCare Health, except for ProCare
Yes.
Health. But Sally's Nutriox, they have products that help with hair regrowth. So that's something I do notice that it would like stimulate. I don't know if they have peppermint or what they have in it, but it was just like you could just feel your scalp notably. One other thing too, this is something that Brittany introduced me to. Let me go to that link here. Is Topic, which is a colored hair thickener that you can actually spray on your hair. Here's a picture of one of the representatives, I guess, on this ad. This is off Amazon. I'll share this as well here too whenever I get back on the page. But it's a colored hair thickener. So you basically just just watch just a few seconds of this video. It just basically, you just kind of spray it on your hair.
And I also if you're struggling with grays and you don't want to go to the salon every month or every other month, this is actually pretty good at covering grays too.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Brittany. I'm going to pop off of that. Let me stop sharing my screen and I'm going to show you. I actually ordered some and I'm going to
How
show
many
you.
different colors did they have, Brenda?
Uh, well, if I'm going to look here on that site just real quick, it looks like they have at least four. They have different colors of brown. They have a black. I think they had a blonde too. But
Mm-hmm.
it is, so guys, what you do basically, you have to almost use something to kind of protect if you're going close to your face because it does. And it takes a few minutes for it to dry. You don't want to do it if you're going to be getting in water because you'll have, like, if it's raining or something, you don't want to wear this stuff because it's going to go everywhere. Like if you're swimming or whatever. But you basically just take it and you can kind of see, for me right there, you can see some lighter color. And you basically just take it and this is, you can kind of see, I don't want to spray too much, but you can kind of see.
Yeah, it
Like
looks
this
fuller on
color is just
top.
a tiny bit darker than my normal hair color. So I would probably even it
Mm-hmm.
out, kind of thing like that. But it
You
does
can
make a difference,
tell.
especially if you go along your hairline, and like Brittany said, it's really good too. Like if you need a retouch. Um, now I'm kind of seeing it's darker on one side, but it helps too if you need to do a retouch, like on your color or something. It really helps with that so that you don't have to worry about that. But I love it. And it's supposed to make your hair follicles thicker. It makes my hair look thicker whenever I wear it, not just covers up areas as well.
So usually I thought it came with this tool, but I guess it didn't, and I should have told you this, Brenda, so this is my fault. So I'm going to copy and paste this in the chat, but usually what it does is it comes with it looks like a comb. Actually, I'll share my screen real quick and show it to you. That would probably be the easiest way instead of trying to explain it.
Okay.
Share. Can you guys see that?
I can, Brittany.
You can?
Yes.
So it's by the same brand that makes that thickening spray. The comb is $5, which I know, but it just makes it easier. So the way that you do it is you kind of lay it flat on your scalp. See how she's doing that in that picture there? So you can put it like pretend this is the comb. You take it and like push your hairs back and then you spray it and it makes it look like you have like a natural hairline. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then there's a guy that's using it there too. And it's like $5. So I mean, I don't know. It might be worth it, but that's usually
Yeah.
how the people that I know that use it, that's how they use it. So I just wanted to show that real quick.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
I'll
Brittany.
paste the link in there too, but it's by the same people that make that the hair
I was going to
thickening
paste
thing.
those two links that I had too. Um, I'll do that too while we're kind of talking. The two that I'm pasting is the Topics hair thickening and color and the Sally's. Oops, I put Sally. Sally's Nutri Ox shampoo and conditioner. And I'll post that on Facebook too here in just a second. Um, one other thing too is um, hair mask. Brittany, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So guys, this is part of the reason why my hair is very healthy. Because I do these masks probably once a month. Yeah, I'd say once a month. It just depends. In the summertime, I probably don't do them as much because my hair gets kind of oily because the heat. I live in the Midwest, so it's very humid and hot in the summertime. So I try not to add as much moisture to my hair as possible. But I mean, this would be great for someone who has that needs hair growth and hair circulation. So you don't have to spend a fortune on these. These are all stuff that you probably already have at your house right now, actually. Um, and it's super easy. So the first one is a cinnamon and coconut oil hair mask. So it might sound kind of silly, but the spice from cinnamon, kind of like what Brenda was talking about earlier with peppermint, it stimulates blood circulation on your scalp. While the coconut oil is very hydrating for your hair and it helps with repairing all the damage and breaking. So like Janine said earlier in her comment, sometimes it's not just losing your hair. It's not like you're losing the hair right at the follicle. It's breaking, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
probably because of lack of hydration and protein. So a good thing to do is take 1 teaspoon of cinnamon to 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. So it's 50-50. And what's nice about this mask is it's so easy. It's literally 2 ingredients and it smells really good. It doesn't smell kind of weird. I know some people put mayo, um, eggs, that kind of stuff. Some of those masks can get like a really weird smell, and even if you shampoo your hair after, you can smell like a lingering of it, and not everyone likes that. But this one, it smells really good. So like I said, it's 1 teaspoon cinnamon for every teaspoon of coconut oil. And what I like about this mask is that just about anyone can use it because you can make as much of it, like for my hair, or you can make as little as it. So like a guy who has shorter hair can even use it too. So you just apply the mask to your roots and then you massage it into your scalp and leave in for 30 to 45 minutes. And then you just rinse it out. And this one I would recommend using a milder shampoo. So what I mean by milder shampoo is stay away from a clarifying shampoo because that's going to just strip everything that you just put in your hair. So like what I mean by clarifying shampoo is like Head and Shoulders or any of those dandruff shampoos. There's nothing wrong with using those shampoos. I just wouldn't use it after using this mask because then it just kind of defeats the purpose, if that makes sense. And then this one is one of my favorite ones to use, and I know it sounds kind of funky, so just hang with me because I'm telling you, this is why my hair is the way it is. It's coconut oil, honey, egg, and plain yogurt. Don't get vanilla or strawberry or just plain yogurt, okay? But there's so many benefits to it. So honey alone has vitamins and minerals that help with frizzy hair and breakage. So really, I mean, you could make anything out of a mask, and if you put honey in it, it's going to be amazing, trust me. But you mix 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, half a cup of plain yogurt, 1 teaspoon of 100% pure honey, so you don't want the over processed stuff. And actually, if you can find local honey, that would probably be even better too. And 1 egg. So you mash that all together in a bowl and you just apply it to your hair. And this one you're going to do your whole head. The one before was just for your scalp. This one will be your whole hair. And you leave it on for just 15 to 20 minutes. and then you'll rinse out with warm water, and you're going to want to shampoo after this one because it does. The honey and the yogurt leaves a really thick residue, so you'll definitely want to use shampoo. But conditioning afterwards is optional. Honestly, I don't even do it because it doesn't need it. And what I've noticed is that if I put this hair mask on and then I shampoo, and if I were to condition afterwards, it's really greasy, and like especially like around my scalp and my hairline, and no one wants their hair to look greasy, right? So I would steer clear of the conditioner unless your hair is really that dry. This is really good for frizzy, dry, damaged hair as well. So Kelly, I know you were saying that you have coarse, thick, frizzy hair, and that mask, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Just try it before you knock it.
Brittany, I'm copying and pasting these. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm
You're
copying and
fine.
pasting both of these hair mask recipes into Crowdcast and into um,
So,
Facebook.
GC, to answer your question, you can really apply it anywhere. So the one that's only 15 to 20 minutes, what I do is I kind of use I don't have it over here. It's one of those empty shampoo bottles that you can buy that are like 25 cents at the dollar store for traveling. And I kind of do the cinnamon and coconut oil one. Or I'm sorry, no, I do the other one that's like 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll take it in the shower with me. And then after I'm done washing, my body or my face or whatever, then I'll put the mask on, because that one's only 15 to 20 minutes, so it's not that bad. But the one that's just for your scalp, I sit on the couch and like watch my favorite TV show, or I don't know, scroll through Facebook and sit on my couch while it's on my scalp, because that one's 30 to 45 minutes. But if you wrap your hair in saran wrap, it actually helps lock in the moisture too. You'll look hilarious doing it, but my husband thinks I'm crazy. I know, but
Hey, if it works though.
I'm telling you
I'm
it
just thinking
works.
about the egg, liking the egg in my hair.
I'm telling you it works. It sounds crazy. It works though.
GC says,
Oh,
LOL. Somebody says, ingredient for second mask again, please. The second mask I posted in Crowdcast. I'm getting ready to post in Facebook. It's a little long, so it's two separate posts. You'll see the last two posts here, Kathy, is what I have. And I'm going to post that.
so another simple way, if you don't want to, Janine just brought up a good point, so that's what I'm kind of playing off here. She said there's also a lot of articles supporting castor oil to promote head growth and eyebrows too. She's right. So another thing to do if you don't want to play with your food, I guess, get on Amazon, type in castor oil, and type in jojoba oil. I've also heard it pronounced jojoba oil. I swear by both of these. If you mix them together and dilute it with just a little bit of water, and you get like a spray bottle, and just spray it on barely damp hair after you get out of the shower, and let it dry and let it absorb, it's another great way to make your hair grow. Very, very fast,
What
actually.
was
You
it,
don't
Brittany?
have to.
I'm going to write it down here on the
So
comments.
I'll type it in jojoba oil and castor oil. And if
Okay,
you
perfect. Thank you for
mix
doing
the
that.
two together, and you don't, a little goes a long way, guys. And I'll be
I'll get
honest
on
with
Facebook.
you, they don't really have a strong scent. But the jojoba oil kind of has like not like a chemically smell. I don't know how to describe it. It just has a different scent to it. But yeah, that's another way. So my hair was completely messed up in high school because I dyed it so much. I mean, I had like purple hair, hot pink hair, teal hair, red hair. I mean, I went through like the whole rainbow basically. So my hair was really messed up, and my hairstylist actually told me to do this, and because I was asking her like for hair mask treatments, because some of that stuff is so expensive, and she's like, no, don't do that. This is what you do. And sorry, those links are so long. I don't know why they are, but if you just go on Amazon and type in jojoba oil or castor oil, I mean, you can get a giant bottle for $13, and it lasts for so long, and that stuff doesn't really go bad. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. And I think that's basically it on the hair masks. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. I have a couple of products here. Should I go ahead and share these now, Brenda, or do you want to wait a little bit?
No, go ahead. I was reading. It looks like somebody said, "Will there be a handout for this shared information?" Kathy did. Kathy, you know what? We can take our information and put it into a PDF and put it on our ProCare website. What do you
Yeah,
think, Brittany? We can do
definitely. We
that.
can do that. Yeah.
So
Um,
our ProCare website, I'll share our link that we'd be sharing that on later on. Like
I was
it's
just
where
gonna
we put all of
ask
our
that.
handouts.
Okay. A couple more things actually that you wouldn't think about. This is gonna sound so silly, guys, but when you get out of the shower, what do you dry your hair with? A towel? A hair dryer? Well, if you have the time and you can let your hair dry, do that instead, because it's way better for your hair. And if you have like an old cotton t-shirt, wrap that in your hair instead of using a towel, because the towel just it promotes breakage down here, and it also oh, Kathy, oh no, she broke her hand. Oh,
Oh
well, I hope you have
no.
a speedy recovery, because that
Oh
stinks.
no. Yeah.
um but like I was saying, use an old t-shirt that's a cotton t-shirt instead of a towel, because it's way better for frizzy coarse hair. Another thing is, if you're what you're sleeping on, satin pillowcases. Invest in them. I know they're kind of expensive, but it's not only better for your hair, but it's better for your face too. Okay, so here's two products that I wanted to share with you guys. Here, the first one is called. Sorry, it's really bright here today. It's by Amika, and I think Brenda has the link. Either that or I still do. It's volume. It's called Undone. It's volume matte and texturizing spray. So it's basically. I'll show you guys what it does.
I'll share the
And you just
link
kind of
when you get finished showing them.
rub it together, just like that, and then I don't know if you guys can tell, but doesn't that look a little bit thicker?
Yeah, and she had just done her other side right before she was demonstrating to me. That's why they both look the same. Before you had done it, Brittany, I could tell difference between the
Yeah.
two.
Sorry, this light is really killing me. I gotta put my blinds up. I promise I'm gonna put them up for next week's, guys. And it smells so good.
Here,
It's
let me
called
share
like,
that, Brittany, so that they see. That was on, was it Amazon? Oh, nope, that's another thing we're going to
yes,
be sharing. We're going to be sharing a couple other things. Here it is. I found it. I had so many links open. So, Amika, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Undone.
yeah,
Um,
Amika.
25 bucks. Is that about right for pricing, Brittany?
Yeah, that's what's on here. I feel like I bought it on sale. If you guys have a beauty brands near you, this is at every beauty brands. This next one I'm going to show you, you can get at a drugstore though, and it's a lot cheaper. This one's by Mark Anthony, and it's called Strictly Curls. Both of these sprays are paraben free also. As I said before, that's yeah. This one definitely is, and I know this one is too. Okay. So this one is nice for curly hair. If you ever want to wear your hair naturally. So this is a mousse, actually. And I was just telling Brenda before we started this that I'm not the kind of person that likes to use 10 different products on my hair, because it leaves like a residue. But
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm a firm believer in finding one that's
Oh,
this
sorry,
says
go back.
no, it's okay. That's why I'm a firm believer in finding other products that have more than one use. So like this one, it says 7 in 1. Sorry, that the light.
It's kind of
It's
hard to
really
see.
bright.
Brittany, let me share my screen and I can show them on that.
There we go.
Okay, and that was, let's see,
But it says 7 in 1
was it
leave-in
Mark Anthony?
treatment
Yes.
foam.
So the link that you shared was under Ulta Beauty and
Yes,
strictly
7.99.
curls. But that is the curl cream, but there is the one that you're talking about is down here further on this link.
Yes.
And it's
So
this one right here, 7 in 1 treatment formula.
yes. So this it's really nice because it's all in one. You don't have to deal with a bunch of different products. What I do is I put this in my hair when it's wet and I let it dry, and then whatever style I use, it acts as like a holding agent, so I don't need
Copy that.
hairspray. And it's defrizz, define, moisture, detangle, smooth, soften, and shine. It's $7.99. They make a whole line of it too. I actually use the shampoo and conditioner, and I believe Erin said that she did too. She has curly hair too.
And that
Uh,
was called Strictly Curls. I was going to type it in.
yep, strictly curls, big yellow bottle, can't miss it.
Okay. Copy that link and paste it for people. Um, I want to share a couple things. Is that okay, Brittany? That I could,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
done. Those were my two
pop
products that I
on
had.
here. So one of the things you guys got a sneak peek at. Um, so for those of you who, so we're going to do males and females here. Okay. So for
Hmm.
females, some quick ways to kind of make your hair more full looking is to kind of do an up quick bun like this because it's just kind of it's easy and it just super fun. You can twist your hair into a ponytail. You can wear some hair accessories. Some fun things. We talked about it on our last with Amy. The first things you talk about with accessories or fitness series. The first of the series, she talked about scrunchies and she talked about getting your hair set for um, working out and stuff. But I love these because they kind of add like a little bit of extra fullness. You can see I have one in my hair right now. Um, but all different colors of scrunchies. Those are kind of came back. It reminds me of the 80s, guys. Scrunchies. So that's another thing. And then the hat, wearing a hat because it's kind of fun. And there's tons of different kinds of different hats out there. And the other thing is, I want to talk about here for women is hair extensions. And I actually know a lot of people who wear hair extensions. So I'm going to
I
show
used
you.
to.
Did you, Brittany?
I
Um,
just liked it because you can. I mean, if you want to rock a bob one day, you can, and if you want to have long hair, you can. It's nice to have the versatility.
it is. I'm going to share my screen because I want to share what they look like online. There's the brush. Here's a wet brush
Oh
too. I'm
yeah.
going to talk about that here in a moment. But here's the hair extension. So you can get them like literally almost any color. This here is the ones that I actually have are like a caramel brown color. Just kind of show you some different pictures. And there's 14 inch, 16 inch, 18 inch, 20 inch, 22 inch, 24 inch. To me, this is so inexpensive, $78 for like literally, you can have hair extensions actually sewn into your hair. But it can be kind of hard on your hair though too to do that, and it's super expensive. So these are just simple little clips that you kind of clip. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I'm going to show you what they look like, the brand that I got here. Okay, I'm switching back. Okay, you can see me. So this is that brand that you just saw. It was called Goo Goo.
Hmm.
And they came like that, and then they look like this. You get about 7 or 8 of them, whoops, in all different kinds of sizes, extensions. Can you guys see this? So it's pretty close to my own hair color. And like literally, they come in different sections, like this right here. And you like literally just take, I start at the bottom if I put hair extensions in, start at the
Hmm.
bottom, go across, clip up my hair, put in a section, like you literally just clip it in and then start working your way up. So as I go up, I used a shorter section and a shorter. By shorter, I mean at the top here. There's
Mm-hmm.
different size clips. You can also do a side one, if you do like a side clip. Here's some for the sides. So those are an idea. And if you have really thinning hair, you can actually buy two sets of them to get really, really thick hair. This is just one set. And then they have small little pieces, depending on which brand you buy. This brand that I had ordered from was actual human hair, 100% human hair. And I would totally recommend that, spending the extra money, because you can curl them, you can wash them, you can do all the things that
Mm-hmm.
you would normally do with human hair, and it looks really fantastic. I mean, it's
And if you take care of them,
beautiful.
they'll last forever. I mean, it's basically an investment. I
Yeah.
mean, so she showed up wearing them to one of our live events, and she's like, "Do you notice anything different?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Did you get your hair done?" And she goes, "No, I have extensions in." I didn't even notice that they were. I mean, they look so natural. I just thought you went to the salon and had your hair done. I mean, her hair looked great. I said she probably went to the salon.
I guess I just got so this last year. I mean, this has been a struggle for me, this whole hair loss thing. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try it, see. So yeah, I mean, it's something temporary. Janine says, I love the hair scrunchies, the hair pieces, instant full sloppy
Mm-hmm.
bun. Yes.
Yeah,
And um oh, the hair brush. I wanted to show that again real quick. I kind of
I have
like
mine
showed it
here.
twice because you got yours, Brittany.
Yeah, so I just
I
wanted to show you guys this one because these wet brushes come in all different sizes, colors, styles, but they're so nice because they don't like pull on the hair. It glides right through.
I'm gonna stop sharing so you can see Brittany's, but I'll share both of those links for the
It
hair
just
extensions
it glides
and
right
then also
through.
for the
Doesn't pull, nothing. So, um, and they have bigger ones. They have smaller ones. If you don't want this size, it's a pretty standard size. I think it's kind of dirty, but
well, and they say too, massage like it actually massages your head, you
GC.
know? What's that?
Yeah. GC said, "Why is it so relaxing to watch someone brush their hair?" I don't know. It
Brittany, can
is
you do that
though.
again? I missed it. I want to be
Yeah, here you
relaxed.
go.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Um, also, one quick thing I forgot to say. I don't know where it is, but they have these little head massager things too. It looks really weird, but if you buy them on Amazon, here I'll show the link for it. But that's supposed to help with hair growth too, and it does the same thing. It just brings circulation to your scalp.
Okay, we're sharing all kinds of links here, guys. There's tons of them. Um, I'm going on to Facebook. I'm going to share that too.
Yeah, here's one. It's $10 on Amazon. And it feels, if you think watching my hair is relaxing, buy one of these.
Check it out, huh? Check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GC,
You
you're
know,
right. It looks like a wire whip. Yeah.
so for guys, so a shortened cut sometimes can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
That spray could be used, that hair thickening spray, that could be used for males or females.
Yeah.
Some men, I know whenever they start losing hair, will temporarily shave their head just to have kind of I mean, that's really in style, having just a shaved look, or maybe the use of a hat like a woman. Those are all things. Do you have any suggestions, Brittany?
I'm just laughing because one of my best friends, her husband is primarily bald. So it's a chore for him to shave his head. And for his 30th birthday is coming up. For his 30th birthday, he asked for laser hair removal. He wants to be bald. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. I'm like, I have a link and I'm trying to figure out how to get it to myself. I'm going to copy it. So, Brittany, I showed you
Yeah. And
some different styles before we started about doing your hair, but instead of me doing
mhm.
them, there's an actual like little YouTube video, and I could actually share that, but I'm
Okay.
going to, or what do you think? Should I just
Uh,
share?
yeah, go ahead and share it. And while you're pulling that up, GC said that you can find those head massagers or scalp massagers at the dollar store for like $1 or $2 instead of 10 too. Um, and then Janine also said the hair halo, which is so funny because I found this on TikTok, is how I heard about it, and it's
Hair halo?
the hair halo. So it's similar to extensions like what you have, only it's one thick piece, and they
Okay.
it's like on a string, and you like put your hair forward, and then you kind of put it through your hair almost like a headband, and then
Uh-huh.
you lift your hair up in the back and you just drape it over, and you can't even tell. GC
Really?
said, "Oh, they are amazing and super easy to use. Tiny bit pricey though." Yeah, I don't know anything about the prices. I just saw it on. It's one of the things I saw on many things I saw on TikTok.
I tell you what, it's mindless. You can just get on there and just keep going and keep watching. I'm copying this link over so it looks like I'm a little distracted. I'm listening. I'm just multitasking to get this other link up for us so that we can watch this other. I found this girl who did this short little video and okay, let me I thought it was three quick and easy hairstyles for fine hair. And again, we don't have any affiliation with this, but I think it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. So what I'm going to do is let me downsize my screen for just a second. I'm going to exit full screen and I'm going to go in and share. I'm going to share this video because it's kind of cool. It has three little short styles and it's super short video. Looks like we're a little over an hour. We'll finish up with this and then we'll cut it off. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Brittany, can you see me here with the YouTube
Yeah.
video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's gonna do three.
That's super easy, and that would be perfect for someone who's quick on the go, has kids, but has to go to
Yeah,
work and be on time.
yeah.
You could definitely even jazz that up a little bit by throwing some braids in there too, or something if you wanted to fancy it up for a wedding or date night, something like that. But it's super cute. Little half bun.
Yeah, I like to do the ponytail, then do the half loop because it's just easier, but she's doing it after. Like she's making a ponytail after she.
And wraps it around. Yeah, that's super easy too.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the messy bun on top of their
Yeah.
head, and I know a good trick for that too. So maybe I can show you
You have
guys
to
on
show us.
another time. Well, hello there. Would you like to come say hi? Come here. Come on.
Okay.
Look, it's Stella.
Oh, hey Stella.
She
How's
said, Mom,
Stella
you've been
doing?
up here. She's doing good. That's my baby.
So, I missed her because I was on the other
Mm-hmm.
screen.
You say hi to
JC
Brenda?
said, "Hi there, puppy doll." Janine said she purchased her hair massager at the Dollar Tree. So you can find stuff, who knows where you can find stuff.
Oh, you can find all kinds of good stuff at the Dollar Tree. Also, talking about TikTok, you can find DIY Halloween decorations on there too.
It is getting to be Halloween.
Uh huh. It's my favorite holiday.
Oh gosh. So anybody else have anything? Anybody, GC says it's her favorite holiday too. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Brittany, you have anything else to
No, I don't. Janine just said,
get me
have a head
started?
massager. Wish I could. Pictures in the comments. This has been an awesome life. Thanks, ladies. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you. Hope you guys got something out of it. Maybe some
Yeah.
fun stuff. And I think that's
Sorry
everything
we
we
went a
have for
little
now.
over, but I feel like
Yeah.
we had a lot of stuff to cover and people had questions. A lot of good ads too from GC and Janine. So
Yeah. And Tara says, thank you so much. Very helpful.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. And thanks everybody. Thanks everybody who contributed. Made it great.
And
So
Tara, we have support groups every month too. If you're pre-op and you're getting the surgery soon, I would encourage you to sit in one of our support groups.
let me share our channel
Yeah.
just in case we might have people on here who's not on that. Share that real quick and to
I'm
follow
just
us.
making sure I didn't miss anything on Facebook.
So I got that. Okay. Well, thank you everybody so
All
much.
right.
Okay. Bye guys.
We'll see you guys next
We'll see
week.
y'all. And I'll post this on Facebook too.
Mm-hmm.
Bye everybody.